continue that. I mean, it's probably more years that we haven't continued that as to what we do now. And I would say that if there's any benefit of my back being the way it is, I've probably been more faithful, not because of the back, but just because I sit around a lot, and I've been using Our Daily Bread. It has verses from the Old Testament and then also in the New Testament. And I really like it. It's like going through the Bible. And I feel if I don't, I do it in the evening rather than the morning. And sometimes I get back late and man, do I have time to do this? But I feel I've been keeping pretty good at it. I haven't missed any since I started, I don't think. And so that's the only discipline probably I have on that, maybe, other than
Well, I think I caught you a couple times praying at nighttime. Don't you have prayer in the evening? I mean, as growing up in this family, I remember a couple times running over to bed and seeing you praying.
You were what?
I remember as a child running over and finding you praying.
Oh, it's news to me.
Maybe we were sleeping.
Well, I usually, my common practice. Yeah, we did that. My common, and I probably fell asleep more than in my prayers than I did.
Is that why you would kneel beside the bed? There would be maybe a better chance of laying in bed praying, right?
Well, yeah.
Trying to finish up here. I think maybe the best thing. Well, I'd like to hear a little bit about your testimony, your spiritual journey, but also there's a question about what things in life have you vowed never to do again?
Well,
Or is there anything like that?
This isn't spiritual, but it has to do with you and Shelby. When I was flying, you remember this, I was too cheap.
Oh.
That's one reason why I didn't go too far in flying. I was always too cheap I try to keep everything as cheap as possible. And Gladys and and we had room for one child on the seat. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
And so we went to Ocean City, and I'll never remember, letting him behind.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to the zoo.
But that bothered me. That bothered me. My trip was not as good because of that, and I vowed I'll never do that again. If we don't have room for all, I won't take any of them.
Well, she's probably lighter than I was. I don't have any bad
Well,
feelings
I
about now.
cried and I screamed and I cried and I screamed.
Oh, she wasn't a good passenger. I get it.
At the time we couldn't find the airport. Probably was because the only time.
Can I just say from my perspective, there was some kind of anxiety that I was experiencing. That's what I remember. When I reflect back on that, I remember there was some severe anxiety about you guys leaving. And I don't know what it was, if there's fear you would never come back, that you'd have a crash, and I just kind of wanted to
Oh, you
go
mean
along.
going on that trip?
Yes,
Yeah.
I remember that, and so I think that's why I was so upset about not going with you. So while you
Well, you went with us.
I know, that's why I was upset about the possibility of not going with you, so that's why I was giving you such a hard time, and then you eventually took me with you.
I don't
So
even
the flip
remember
side of
whole
that
time.
is, I might have been at home, I don't know that there was any good answers to this, I may have been at home in
But that-
extreme
is that the-
anxiety.
Is that the same one that I
Very
couldn't find the
fearful.
airport?
Yes.
That was the same trip. Well, see, it's all level down there, everything looks the same, and so the one guy said, "You see that plane flying? Follow him in." So that's what I did.
I think that's the last time
We
I
were-
went with you.
We were there, but I just couldn't spot it. The streets all looked the same, and there was no hangars or anything there with it.
And I couldn't look at her, I get sick if I look out at a little plane, so I
Yeah, so
wasn't
I had
gonna be there.
I must tell you something about a bus trip that you never heard, probably. I don't know what else, but I was back at Reading, and I took, there was two ladies sitting in the right seat. I don't know what the rest of the load was, but we got back real late at night, and the place wasn't the easiest to find. came into Reading and I was coming down, and it was late at night, no cars around. And I was so dead tired, I didn't know if a red light was green or yellow or what it was. I don't know how many I went through, but I at least went through one. I was probably two. But I was looking for this address and I couldn't find it. And after a bit I looked in the mirror and I saw this Rita. Lights, red flashing lights. So I stopped and he came up. It wasn't only him, it was two of them. There was also two cars behind. I mean, they were each in their own cars. All I could see was all these lines of badges he had across here. He must have been the road supervisor, I don't know. All his credits as a police officer. And I opened the door and I thought, oh gee, here's I don't want to see you after the way I am. But I forget any more of the conversation. He wanted to know, you know, what's going on or what. And I don't even think at that point I knew I went through a red light. I don't know, but I going through a red light. I shouldn't have been driving then. It was just. But he left me go. I stayed awake after that, but he left me go, and I couldn't believe that. You know. I don't know why he did. He should have fined me good and proper and took me off the road then.